call the meeting to order. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Fowler,
Present.
Commissioner McKibben,
Here.
Commissioner Sanders,
Here.
Commissioner Rivera,
Here.
Commissioner Scribner,
Here.
Commissioner Mello,
Here.
Commissioner McGuire, Commissioner Couch,
Here.
Commissioner Garola.
Thank you. And welcome to the special meeting of July 26, 2017 of the Local Agency Formation Commission, County of Kern, State of California. We're going to begin with our Pledge of Allegiance. I'm going to ask Commissioner Sanders if she'll lead us, please. Please stand.
Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, next item on our agenda, item number 3, is approval of the minutes of the June 28th, 2017 meeting. So I don't know if anybody sees any changes to those minutes. If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Chairman Scribner,
Yes.
we do have an addendum to
Okay,
the,
thank you.
minutes. Our legal counsel, Tom Schroeder, recused himself on the item for this meeting today because he represents Lost Hills Utility District.
Yes, I do recall that. Thank you. Okay, anything else?
I'll move approval with that change.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Couch?
Second.
With a second from Commissioner Mello. Please cast your votes.
Motion approved, all ayes.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is public comments. This portion of the meeting is reserved for persons desiring to address the commission on any matter not on this agenda and over which the commission has jurisdiction. Speakers are limited to 2 minutes. I'll ask if there's anyone in the audience who would like to make a public statement, please come forward.
Who's this guy?
Good evening.
Hi, my name is Steve Esselman. I just wanted to let this board know that I'm the new principal planner of advanced planning for the city of Bakersfield. I'm taking over the position from Martin Ortiz, who retired July 7th. I'm the one that's in charge of annexations on behalf of the city, and I just wanted to introduce myself and say hi. Thank you.
All right, congratulations. Thank you. Okay, next item on are there any other? I don't see any other. Okay, thank you. So we'll move on now to our public hearings, and I know our council needs to make a statement before we begin this item.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to recuse myself on items 5A and 6A as they are, the applicant is my client, the Lost Hills Utility District.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, so this item, 5A, is the Lost Hills Utility District Sphere of Influence Expansion. So I'll ask our Executive Officer, Mr. Knox, to start us off, please.
With your permission, Mr. Chairman, I would like to handle item 5A and 6A together as one presentation, since they're both on the same topic, and it'll save us a little time here.
Okay, and then we'll vote separately on those items?
Correct.
Thank you.
Lost Hills Utility District, this is proceeding number 1709 for a sphere of influence expansion, item 5A, and extension of services outside of boundaries, item 6A. On June 9th, the Lost Hills Utility District submitted a request for consideration of the proposed extension of services outside the district boundaries, outside the district's sphere of influence, which is contingent on the commission voting on item 5A. The agenda proposed for inclusion into the sphere of influence consists of approximately 20.43 acres of land. The area is south of Highway 46, east of Lamberson Avenue, adjacent to the community of Lost Hills. Water and sewer was left out of the original agenda. We added that. And that was posted as we should, according to the Brown Act. Water and sewer service is requested to be extended to one parcel due to the construction of a charter school. The extension of service must be within the sphere of influence of a district. Government Code Section 56133A requires a city or district to first receive written approval from the commission prior to providing services outside their boundary. Government Code Section 5611133B allows the commission to authorize a city or district to provide services outside of their boundary, but within the sphere of influence in anticipation of a later change of organization. The parcel in question is outside the current sphere of influence boundary. Therefore, the commission must first hear the expansion of the sphere of influence. If approved, then the commission can consider the extension of services. Lost Hills Utility District has already filed for the application for extension of the district boundaries, and your LAFCo staff is currently hard at work getting that ready to bring to you later this year. For all the requirements, Lost Hills Utility District has prepared a notice of exemption to meet the SEQA requirements. There is an indemnification agreement. The sphere of influence, we currently have a municipal service review that's still active. Although I will remind the applicant that the current MSR will no longer be valid after November of this year. So it's going to be time to do an update on that. There are certain determinations that need to be made with a service outside the district boundary. One is on land use, whether it's good use of land. I think a charter school and providing education to kids would fall under that. Public facilities, again, a charter school makes sense for that. And according to the MSR, the district has current capacity for wastewater collection and to provide water service. The district does have plans to expand their facilities at a future date as demand grows. One of the items for the determination is the capacity and adequacy of public facilities. While the MSR adequately addresses the issue as the utilities district to apply services to this area, the MSR was written before the passage of legislation requiring stricter standards on groundwater management through the Sustainable Groundwater Management Act, sometimes referred to as SGMA. LAFCo staff will be addressing this issue with the district when revisions to the MSR are considered later this year, but they are still covered under their current MSR, so they are in good shape. They've also provided us with a sphere of influence questionnaire that we have to do once every 5 years. So that is been active and has been put in your packet as well. So my recommendation on item 5A is to recommend that the commission consider the notice of exemption prepared by the district. It is also recommended that the commission consider the information provided in the sphere questionnaire and adopt the determinations in section 3 of the MSR and approve the sphere amendment in Lost Hills Utility District with conditions recommended by executive officer. And on item 6A, the recommendation is that the commission consider and adopt the notice of exemption prepared by the district and authorize the district to provide services outside the boundaries of the parcel as shown on the map, which is up on the board. And this is what has been requested by the applicant. We do have representatives from Lost Hills Utility District and the wonderful company here to answer questions if you may have them.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Knox. I'll ask if there are any questions from members of the board yet. Okay, I'll go to the public. Ask if there are any members of the audience who would like to make any comments on this item. Okay, seeing none, then I'll return to the commission and request first a motion on item 5A, and then we will hear a motion, request a motion on item 6A.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Please cast your votes on staff's recommendation on 5A.
Motion approved, all ayes.
Thank you. And now 6A.
Motion.
Second.
Okay, you have a motion and a second. Please cast your votes.
Motion approved, all ayes.
Thank you. And now that takes us to commission items. Are there any items from the commissioners? Okay, seeing none, then we'll move on to general business, item 8. First is item A, approval of claims list number 17-06.
Move approval.
Second.
You have a motion and a second. Please cast your votes. And
Motion approved, all ayes.
thank you. And now item B, JPA agreements, SB 1266 compliance. This is a receive and file item. Mr. Knox?
Chairman Scribner, we have not received any additional JPAs within the last month. I've kept this on the agenda just in case some came in the last minute, but we have not received any additional ones.
Okay, so no action required on that?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. So then we'll move on to item C, executive officer miscellaneous items.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Jana has put on your desk information for the upcoming LAFCo conference in San Diego. We try to get that to you early. There are early bird specials to get a better rate if you get in before a certain date. So please take a look at that. There's also information on voting for, I believe, the Cal-LAFCo board. So that is information that you have before you. Also want to remind you, if you have not completed your ethics training, please do so quickly. If you don't know if you have or not, check with Gianna and she'll let you know. She keeps track of who's done that and who hasn't. Also want to let you know that the legislature continues to work in Sacramento. There's a couple pieces of legislation that are going through the process that could potentially affect LAFCo. I will bring those to you at the next meeting. Seems timely with, that's kind of getting towards the end of their legislative year in Sacramento. So I'll be bringing you those. And speaking of the next meeting, I'm not sure we're going to have any items to put on the agenda for August. I should know that by the end of next week, and if there's not, we'll have a great rest of your summer, but I'll let you know whether we need to meet or not. Want to remind you that August has 5 Wednesdays in it, so and we meet on the 4th, so don't think it's the last Friday and show up a week late. So other than that, everything's great, and appreciate you all being here.
All right, thank you, Mr. Knox. I appreciate it. Anything else from members of the commission? Okay, seeing none, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
We are adjourned.